Hello all, this is David from relearnmath.com, where we have a 14-day challenge going on where we're going to relearn math from scratch. So no matter what you did in school, if you want to restart and do it the right way, we have this book. We're in Algebra 1. This is lesson 2. Okay, we're on page 8. So we're just starting out. This is going to be the format where we do about 8 problems behind me here on fractions. Don't be afraid. Fractions, everybody loves fractions. We're going to grind through these. I'm David Linder, I'm your instructor. I was a mechanical engineer for 15 years and then turned to math education for the last 12 years. This is an exercise for anybody to wake up the mind. It's a mental challenge, a lot like working out your body, but we do math to wake up your mind. If you want to help your kids with their homework, you want to have a challenge and brush up on your math, this is your chance for a do-over. If you had trouble in school, everyone was afraid of fractions from day one, but they're fun. So let's get started. And by the way, get in touch with us. Send me an email. We have a cohort of people in this community that are relearning math from scratch. So they're looking at there's a supportive community, everybody's doing problems. I jump in there, answer questions. There's a group call on Sundays where we go through problem sets and we're gonna relearn it. So without further ado, let me get these on so I can see stuff and we will get right to it. So let me slide over here. Okay, so fractions. The things to know are LCD, least common denominator. You might remember from your back in the day of schools. And flip and multiply. Flip and multiply. If it's a division problem, you flip and multiply. We'll show you how to do that. And cross cancel. Cross cancel if you have multiply. If you're multiplying fractions, you cross cancel. All right, so let's jump in here. We have an addition problem here, 2/3 plus 3/10. This is the numerator, this is the denominator. So if we do not have a common denominator, that's a problem, so we cannot add these unless they have a common denominator. So the first step is to say, what is the least common denominator, the LCD? In fact, 30 is. So to make this denominator 30, we have to multiply the top and bottom by 10. 10 over 10 is 1, so we're not changing this fraction, so we're allowed to do that. So this becomes 20 over 30, plus plus 3. This one needs to be denominator 30, so multiply this one by 3 over 3. Everyone okay with that? And so then we're going to get 9 over 30. Now we can add the fractions. To add fractions, you simply add the numerator, keep the denominator the same. 29 over 30. Done. Piece of cake. Okay, next one. Now we're multiplying fractions. Let me slide this a little bit. When you multiply fractions, you do not need a common denominator, but we can take advantage of what's called cross-canceling. So because multiplication is commutative, I could actually bring this 21 over here and the 20 over here. I'm not going to move them, but instead of moving them, I'm going to realize I can cross-cancel. I can simplify this fraction across the diagonal. So I'm going to divide top and bottom by 7. 7 goes in, that becomes 1. This becomes 3. So I did that cross-simplification there, cross-cancel. What can I divide both of these for? What's the largest number I can divide both of them by? You might say 2 because they're both even, but in fact 4 goes into each of them. So this becomes 5 and this becomes 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 5 times 3 is 15. 4/15 is your answer there. Sound good? Sliding down. Another addition problem. Ooh, ugly. Common denominator. So you want to get the least common denominator. Oh, sorry, it's multiplication. Just checking. See that? I injected an error there to see if you would catch it. We're multiplying, so we can do the same thing with cross-cancel. 7 goes into 14 once. This becomes 2. Can't simplify those, unfortunately. So then we have to just multiply. You multiply straight across, remember. So when you do multiplication, you multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. It's not like addition where you keep the denominators the same. 10 over 16. So that means we could have actually simplified. Let me pause there. I have a fraction I can simplify, so I could have gone back and said, oh, I can simplify this, 2 over 16. This becomes 1, this becomes 8. Now we have 5/8. That's a simplified form. I could have multiplied it and then simplified the fraction, but I did it like that. Okay, back here, we are at subtracting fractions, need a least common denominator. We've got some bigger numbers here, could be problematic. Best thing to do is look for the multiples. We could just multiply these together. That'll give you a common denominator, but it might not be the least one. I wonder if, we'll look at the multiples of 12. Let's do that, I'll show you that. 12, 24, 36, 48. None of these are with 15. What's the next one? 60. Ooh, that's good, because 60 is a multiple of 12. It's also a multiple of 15. So that's going to be our least common denominator. So we're going to go with that. So to get 12 to be 60, what do I have to do? Multiply top and bottom by 5. 25 over 60 minus, to get 60 in here, I want to multiply by 4 over 4. So now you have 4 over 60, 21 over 60, which is coming off the screen there. So there you have that. Now, you have to ask yourself, can I simplify this? You always want to try to simplify fractions, find an equivalent, simpler fraction. Turns out, just by inspection, looks like these are both divisible by 3. Good to go. 21 divided by 3 is 7. 60 divided by 3 is 20. And there you have it. Okay, a couple more to go. So fractions are your friend. This is our first division problem. Now, the language is important, obviously, here. Flip and multiply. So we always try to break math into language, so that's how our brain remembers it better. So we're going to flip and multiply. What that means is we want to take the second fraction and flip it, and then we can change the division into multiplication. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. 1/2 times 3 over 8. Now I have a fraction multiplication problem. I'm going to cross simplify if I can. Bummer, can't do it. None of these go into each other, so I have to just multiply across. 3 over 16. Done, 3/16. Okay, next one, in addition. Least common denominator. Best thing to do here is just multiply them together, looks like. 21 is going to be our LCD. To get 21 here, we multiply by 7 over 7. To get 21 over here, 3 over 3. Again, 7 over 7 is 1. So you're not changing the fraction, you're just unsimplifying it if you want to think about it that way. 14 over 21 plus 12 over 21, 26 over 21. Ooh, this is our first foray into what's called an improper fraction, which I don't know, maybe that's not a great word because there's nothing wrong with it. It's just called improper because the numerator is greater than the denominator. We try to simplify it. 21 is 3 and 7. That doesn't go into 26. We can change this into a mixed number. First foray into a mixed number here with fractions. 21 goes into 26 one time with a remainder 5. So if you want to rewrite it as a mixed number, you can do that. Although I like to keep it improper. There's no problem with that. Okay, last two problems. I know are you running low on energy? Or you have a little fatigue? Hope not, just keep going. So we're subtracting two fractions. Common denominator is going to be 8. 2 over 2 here, multiply by 2 over 2. So you get 2 eighths, 3 eighths, minus 2 eighths. 3 minus 2 is 1, 1/8 is the answer. Last one, this is a division problem. We want to flip and multiply again. 4/7, flip and down. Flip the second fraction and change this to multiplication. 14 over 3. Next step, check cross cancellation. Looks pretty good. We got 7 and 14. They're multiples. 14 is a multiple of 7. So I'll make this 1 and this becomes 2. 8/3. Improper, although you can leave it like that, or you can change it to a mixed number, which is a whole number and a fraction. 3 goes into 8. How many times without going over? 2. Remainder, 2. Keep the same denominator. So there you have it. That is some fraction math on Relearn Math. 14-day challenge, lesson 2. We're going to keep going. So sign up, check the email up there, and we will see you on the next one.